Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. Today is Tuesday's Tips and Techniques, and today I'm going to show you how I created the background on this card here. Stampin' Up! Put out a video on a new technique, and it's called the rainbow technique, and I have the video on my blog today. This is how mine turned out, which is very nice. You use the Stamp-A-Jig to get the different colors. I felt it was a little bit a tricky technique, so I decided to do it a little bit easier, and that's what I'm going to show you today. So what you're going to need is some baby wipes. So I just went to the dollar store and got some baby wipes. The thing with your baby wipes is you want to make sure they're a fabric type. They don't not too thin. You want to create an ink pad, so you want it to be a nice thickness. And so I took 4 baby wipes and I folded them into a little pad. So I have my stamp pad here, and then my I just put it on a paper plate. So then you're going to take your re-inkers, and the re-inkers I'm going to use are the same ones that Stampin' Up! Used in their video, because I want you to see that my technique turns out just as good as theirs, but a little bit simpler. This is the Bermuda Bay ink, and then I have the Rich Razzleberry. And so this is, besides ink in your ink pad, you can also create your own multicolored ink pad. And then I have the Tangerine Tangle, and I'm just making a line of ink across. So there's no like magic number of ink dots. I'm just going across. And then I have Melon Mambo. And I'm just going to, basically I'm drawing a line across. Alright. Then I am going to take my little stamp that is from the Hostess exclusive stamp set, and I'm going to just ink it up, as this is my ink pad now. When you have ink like that and it's rainbowed, you just want to make sure that you stay going this way. Don't go up and down, or you're going to muddy it up. And so I'm just going to check to see how much ink I need. That looks pretty good. I'm going to bring some cardstock in here and stamp. Voila. Very quick and easy. This is the one done with the Stamp-A-Jig. This is the one done with the re-inkers. Now, I couldn't tell the difference, but I know that that is the one I did with the Stamp-A-Jig. So a little bit quicker, a little bit easier than the one that Stampin' Up! Showed you how to do. Both very nice techniques, but this is one that I would do in a class, just because I did this at my last downline meeting, and we had 13 girls there, and this ink pad that we made with the re-inkers went around the table 13 times, and it was still stamping. So keep going. You can do lots of cards with this. Now when it looks like it's about done, that it's dried up, then bring in another piece of cardstock, take your faux ink pad there, and you're going to make your background stamps. And this will be different. It went around the table 13 times, and everybody came out with a different print. But isn't that gorgeous? Love that. So that's the same thing I did to get this background here, except for I used the colors Soft Suede, Garden Green, and Crumb Cake for my re-inkers. I just did 3 instead of 4. Now if I take this and go down, and that's okay if it leaves some white areas, that's totally fine. And then instead of turning it, I'm going to just swipe this way. I get a very cool looking plaid. So isn't that awesome? So what I did was, after I took my piece here and my I made this card here. So this one, I do have quite a bit of white showing. It's just how much pressure you put on that baby wipe when you're rubbing it. But here's some more of my prints. This was going one direction and then the other for the camo look. And then I got all these, I think there's 13, 14 circles out of one faux ink pad there. And this was my other sample. So you get just different looks every time that you do it, depending on how much pressure you apply, and just a super fun technique. So that is my Tuesday tip for today. Thanks for stopping by.